Today we will be trying 3 of the most viral healthy dessert recipes so we can show you whether or not they're worth making, but more importantly, if healthy desserts can actually exist and give you that same satisfaction that regular desserts do. To kick it up a notch, we will be using natural stevia, natural sugar replacement for all these recipes. So not only are they already healthy, but they also contain absolutely 0 sugar. This is a great product because it uses a 1-to-1 ratio sugar to natural stevia, meaning you can use it in your cooking and baking just as you would sugar without having to think about adjusting the sweetness or adjusting the quantity of the natural stevia that you're adding to the dish, which is really, really helpful. The first video we're gonna be looking at is a hugely viral video from Ethan Schlebowski, one of my favorite content creators. He really breaks down recipes really cool if you haven't checked it out. And he made a video called How to Make Low-Calorie Ice Cream That Actually Tastes Good, where he kind of just compares different ways of making low-cal ice cream. So I'm gonna be using his recipe for the strawberry ice cream soft serve that he makes and test it out if it actually works out. We're gonna be making this with natural stevia, so no sugar at all. We're getting the sweetness all from that. Really natural, really good for you. So first thing we have is 80 grams of milk, 15 grams of whey protein. Make sure to get no sugar, sugar-free whey protein. Cornstarch, a sprinkle of xanthan gum, 120 grams of ice, and 120 grams of frozen strawberries. Now the idea why you're using frozen strawberries, if you've ever made your healthy ice cream where you blend your ice cream, if it's just ice, it becomes too watery. The fruit actually helps kind of give you a creamier texture, which is really nice. And then a little bit of vanilla extract. Next, we're gonna weigh out our naturals stevia. Lowest setting for 1 minute. We totally forgot the natural stevia. Oops. I'm actually thoroughly impressed. This looks super light and fluffy. The cornstarch acts as a binder, and the xanthan gives it that really nice fluffy texture. Let's taste it. That's really good. I'm actually super surprised. Like I've made ice cream at home, but I've never used things like xanthan and cornstarch. I think this, pop it in the freezer just for a couple of minutes, and then we'll be able to scoop it like a regular ice cream. Right now, it feels more like a soft serve, which is also really great. The next video comes from a YouTube short from Jazz Tyler, and this one went extremely viral just because it's such a simple recipe, but it looks really delicious. It's basically kind of like Rice Krispie cakes. She uses honey. We're gonna be doing it with our natural stevia and see if it works just fine. First thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna melt the peanut butter so that it's easier to kind of work with. Pop that into the microwave. Cocoa powder, melted peanut butter. Make sure your peanut butter is also unsweetened. Popped rice. You really want to hydrate it with that peanut butter because that's what's going to keep everything stuck together. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of our natural stevia. I mean, at this point, texturally, I don't think it's going to do much in terms of binding the recipe, unlike honey would, but honey at the end of the day is still a form of sugar, so you kind of want to try to reduce that, but it will give us the sweetness that we need. So you can taste it and kind of base the amount that you add. And then we're gonna leave this in the freezer for at least an hour. Check on it, see how it does, see if we can cut it up. There we go. Cuts really nicely, actually. Let's give this a try. I get why this got viral. It's so simple to make, such simple ingredients, yet really tasty. And feels like a dessert snack because it's sweet, but
it makes you feel good because you know there's no sugar in here. Delicious.
This is from Emma's Goodies, 3.5 million views, so pretty high. It's called the only 50 calories chocolate cake. So really low cal chocolate cake that actually looks really good. When I saw this, it has icing too. When I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm not too sure how exactly this would taste, which is why I was really interested to kind of try it. We're gonna start off by mixing together skim milk here, some yogurt, this is all pre-measured, and some vanilla extract. This will go into the microwave for 45 seconds. Now we have a nice hot liquid. It'll just be much easier to make sure that all of this doesn't clump up as we mix it. We're gonna weigh out our Naturals Stevia. Now we will add 1 egg. Set that aside. We're not gonna be using flour right for this, so we're gonna be using some oats, which is much healthier, but we need to turn this into oat flour, so we're just gonna use a blender to do that. We have our oat flour. I mean, if you want, you can use nut flours also, I guess, but in terms of calories, it might actually just pump up calories a bit more because they're more dense in terms of nutrition. Last little step, some baking powder and some milk powder. Our cake batter is ready. Go ahead and spray our pan. Make sure you preheat your oven, and then that's gonna cook for about 25 to 35 minutes. I mean, if you taste it like this, it already tastes really good. And it doesn't taste healthy, which is great when something is healthy. It's gluten-free, it's keto-friendly, it's vegan-friendly, which sometimes those are two things that you very rarely hear in the same sentence. It actually has no artificial ingredients, only made from natural things. It's in its name, and it's diabetic-friendly as well. So if you follow a low-carb eating lifestyle, which I've been doing for a long, long time, it's what agrees with me the best. This is perfect because not only has it 0 grams of sugar, but it's also 0 grams of net carbs and actually 0 calories. So you're really not adding anything to the dishes that you're making in terms of calories. Quick little way of making a healthy icing is you use some unsweetened chocolate chips with some yogurt and some milk. And then if you want to sweeten it, you have the option of using the natural stevia. So this goes into the microwave for about 1 minute until melted. Once it's melted, we should be good to go. To this, we're gonna add our yogurt and our milk. You're gonna adjust this based on the texture and consistency that you want. Obviously, our cake should be ready by now. So you wanna take it out and check the doneness and consistency. Toothpick goes in, comes out nice and clean. This should be good to go. When you look at the video, it doesn't look like she has that much of a thick layer, but if you want to thicken this even more or add some more, you can. And then keep that in the fridge a little bit just to help it set faster. I mean, it tastes like a chocolate cake. Definitely not as dense. I think maybe a couple of minutes less could have given us a slightly moister texture. But flavor-wise, it's good. Tastes like real chocolate cake thanks to the natural stevia. We use the same measurements for the icing. I would definitely double up maybe on the icing so you get a nice thicker icing just on top of the whole thing. Out of all of them, the strawberry for me was a hit. The Rice Krispies were absolutely great. This one with a little tweaks, I think, depending on the type of ingredients you're using at home, could be really good as well. If I was really craving chocolate cake, I'd be happy with this. Make sure to check out all those recipes. We'll put them down in the caption below and in the comments as well. And we will put all the information of where you can actually buy the natural stevia, natural sugar replacement. We'll put all the links there to make it really easy for you, as well as the recipes to try at home. If you do try them out, make sure to send them over so we can see what they look like and if you actually enjoy them as much as we did. I'll see you guys next time.